All right, I think now we are in the game. All right, so full-time family. My bad about the last one, but what this is the chat spot for both events tonight. We know there's Bellator 192, Sonnen versus Rampage, and we also know that there is UFC 220 for Stipe Miocic versus Francis Ngannoug. Both on the same night. I'm not going to be able to upload too many videos before because I'm going to be trying my fucking hardest to do the results for both videos tonight. So what this is just anything happening tonight. Come talk about it in the comments. Crazy ass knockout on the prelims fight. I'm going to be watching all the way from the fight past prelims. So that's why I'm going to be busy as fuck. But still, this is just the chat spot. I'm going to go over my predictions really quick on this video, at least for the fights that I can remember. There's at least just 10 fights on the main cards tonight, not counting any prelims, any Fight Pass, Fox Sports, Paramount prelims, nothing. So just UFC 220. Now, there's one fight I'm having trouble remembering on the UFC 220 main card. You know, it's a top-heavy card with the two title fights. Daniel Cormier and Volkan Ozdemir fighting for the light heavyweight title, then Stipe Miocic and Francis Ngannou, of course, fighting for the heavyweight title. But the thing about the rest of the card is it's really kind of just like a Boston local card. It's really, you know, catering to the Boston crowd. It is UFC Boston. So in the fight right before the co-main event is Shane Burgos versus Matthew Cater. Is his name Matthew Cater? I believe it's Matthew Cater. He's a Boston local guy. I know that. I believe he's 18-1 or 17-1. And he's only fought one time in the UFC or two times in the UFC, even with that nice record. Now he's fighting Shane Burgos. I don't know too much about either of these guys. Of course, I did my research on the predictions. I picked Shane Burgos. Now, one fight that I am actually pretty excited for on this card is Thomas Almeida versus Rob Font. That's going to be a super dope fight for the bantamweight division. I did pick Thomas Almeida, but for some reason, I'm having trouble remembering the last fight on the UFC 220 main card. But I mean, I got the internet right in front of me, so UFC.com. Let's go. What up, chat? I see you guys now. Stamina MC, we in here. Nadav Drew said, "What up, full-time family?" Chris Weaver in this joint. What up, Chris Weaver? And yeah, I think you said no relation to Brock Weaver. I love the hat, bro. Thank you for the shout out. Hope I can get her to hear it. Oh, my bad. Yeah, I deleted that video. Shout out to baby Kaylee Heartland. Her name was Kaylee, right, bro? Kaylee. Shout out to Kaylee. Happy birthday. You know, if I was really on my streaming stuff, man, I would sing happy birthday. You know, I'm that type of character, that type of individual. But happy birthday to baby Heartland. And that's not even baby Heartland, but to Kaylee Heartland. So with that being said, 24/7 Faded said, "We back." Trollbuster, I'm calling PETA, bro. Don't call PETA, bro. I didn't do this. Call it on. Let me see the manufacturer of this joint, bro. Yeah, all right. Full PETA. The fuck you talking about, nigga? Crocker says Stipe Ngannou. Nope. Hashtag and still. I don't know what you're talking about, bro. Now Dave Drew said, "I'm going DC, Roy, Stipe, and Chill." All right, I hear you there. Now let's get back to the Bellator predictions. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to be looking up the 5th fight on this UFC 220 card. Y'all got me motherfucking sidetracked. So back to UFC 220. I said I got Thomas Almeida beating Rob Font, and I got to get this dude's actual name. I know his name is Cater. Calvin Cater. I got it mixed up with Matthew Klein Cater, but this guy's name is Calvin Cater, who's fighting Shane Burgos. He's 17-2. Now, Shane Burgos is undefeated at 10-0. I picked Shane Burgos to win this fight, but Calvin Cater is the Boston local. He's on the UFC big pay-per-view, so it's going to be a super dope fight on the pay-per-view. But when it's competing with fucking the Aaron Pico fight and Michael Chandler versus Guidi Yamauchi and Rory McDonald versus Douglas Lima, I might not get to catch that fight. There's no way I'm missing the title fights, but I'm going to have 2 screens up and let's say a crazy-ass knockout. Man, it's going to be so hard for me tonight, but it's going to be so fun watching all of these fights and stuff. So also that's the other fight on the pay-per-view. Gian Villante versus, is it Philip? Oh, no, it's Francimar Barroso. I just fucking love that dude's last name. So I picked him for the upset. I think he's the upset Francimar Barroso, and I don't even know. I think half the reason I picked him is because his last name is so dope. So yeah, I'm picking Barroso to jump into the rankings with the win over Gian Villante, but that might not be the case. Gian Villante, he's been around the UFC for a while. He's also one of Stipe Miocic's best friends. You know, he's the heartthrob. So Gian Villante's coming in as the favorite. He could very well get the job done, but I believe on my actual prediction, I picked Francimar Barroso. All right, now the Bellator fucking it's funny because it's actually easier for me to remember the Bellator card. I'm super stoked for this Bellator card, probably more than most people. The Bellator card, bro, the Aaron Pico fight. I don't even know the name of his opponent off the top of my head, but I know he's got a pretty good record. I'm rooting for Aaron Pico, picking Aaron Pico. But then also the Michael Chandler, Goiti Yamauchi fight. I feel like a lot of people are asleep on that fight. I know Michael Chandler, a lot of people thought he should get the immediate rematch with Brent Primus with the way the title fight went. But that's not what happened, and this is a title eliminator. Scott Coker did say the winner of this fight will be fighting Brent Primus for the title. But Goiti Yamauchi, don't sleep on Goiti Yamauchi. He might come in here and submit Michael Chandler and just put himself on the map. That's going to be a great fight, but I believe I picked Michael Chandler to get the W. Then, of course, in the co-main event, Rory McDonald versus Douglas Lima, the current Bellator welterweight champion. That's going to be a great fight. I really don't know what's going to happen in that fight. I know Douglas Lima put himself on the map as one of the top 5 P4P fighters on the planet, because we all know Rory McDonald has a win over Tyron Woodley. And if, Douglas Lima is able to beat him, it'll be like the Bellator champion just beat the guy that, beat the UFC champ. Either way, and even if that doesn't happen, MMA math clearly isn't the same. I don't think there's going to be a lot of people like, oh, Douglas Lima can beat Tyron Woodley, except for the haters, you know what I'm saying, even if he wins this fight. Actually, what I think would happen is if Douglas Lima wins this fight, people are going to take the credit away. Like, yeah, Rory McDonald's not in his prime anymore. That I think people would say that. But if Rory does win this fight and become the Bellator welterweight champion, we've actually got a real conversation of, hey, the Bellator champion has a win over the UFC champion right now. What's up? You know what I'm saying? So that's going to be a great fight with a lot of different implications going on there. And then the main event, of course, I'm probably not even going to get to catch the Chael Sonnen Rampage Jackson fight if it's competing with either of the UFC title fights. I'm going to eat whatever fight I, for whatever reason, don't get to watch. I'm going to have to go back and watch the replay. Like, it's just fucking – I still want to see the Rampage Chael fight. What if Rampage knocks Chael Sonnen out? How are you knocking – everyone's going to have to see that replay somewhere. That's going to be insane. So, going to be crazy. Now, with that being said, all of that being said, this is the chat spot. And in my predictions, real quick on the Chael Sonnen Rampage Jackson – man, on my bracket, like a month ago, 2 months ago, I picked Chael Sonnen to win. But that's when it was like Fat Rampage and he was gaming Rampage. And the Rampage I've been seeing lately looks like he's motivated for the main event, healthier than I've seen him in a while. His thyroid's acting right. My dude's looking like he's coming to fight. So it's going to be fucking, in my predictions, I picked Rampage. My most recent predictions, I picked Rampage to win. But in my bracket, I had Chael. So I'm torn, but as of today, fight day, I'm picking Rampage Jackson. But if he wins via KO, oh my Lord, I got to see that. But with that being said, what this really just is the chat spot. It's just whatever's happening during the fight. We can talk about it in the comments. I don't really plan on making this video go too long. I see you guys popping in the comments. Stamina MC 24/7 faded. CR Croc R, I see you. Michael Van Guren, what up? My G, what up? The Eagle said, that's Mr. Sonnen. Hey, I hear you. That's definitely Mr. Sonnen. That's my guy. It's Chellator. Don't let nobody tell you different. Dean the Fag Boy said, hello, Mr. Beaver, man. Que pasó, amigo? Caleb Dowling said, Francis, round 1 KO decision. Who was it? Somebody predicted, what, 5th round KO? I forgot who it was. It was somebody funny on one of the embeddeds, I think. Caleb Dowling, though, he said Francis first round KO, DC third round submission, Roy first round TKO, Chael unanimous decision. All right, I'm gonna read this last comment, then I'm just gonna stop this live stream real quick, just because it's a quick. This is just the chat spot. I really didn't plan on doing too much live streaming, and especially I ain't ate nothing all day. Probably eat some lunch before these Fight Pass prelims start. I don't know if y'all plan on it, but I plan on starting to watch fights early today. MMA from the Heartland said, I believe Stipe is going to win. He's going to Edgar Rodriguez, outclass him, in my opinion. You think, hey, bro, that's a very realistic. The only thing, and I think that's 100% the conclusion, unless Francis didn't have this fucking crazy-ass size advantage monster thing going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel the same way skill-wise, but whenever he's weighing in fucking 20 pounds heavier, hovering over him like fucking Godzilla, it's like, but I hear you, though. The Eagle said Stipe 4th round stoppage. I think I'll give y'all my round prediction for that fight. I'm gonna go Stipe Miocic second round KO. Second round. And it might be first, honestly. I really don't see the fight getting out of the first, but if it does, I'll change that. My official prediction for the Francis Ngannou Stipe Miocic main event of UFC 220, Stipe Miocic first round KO. You heard it here first. You heard it here first. First round KO, Francis is going down. He's going to be coming, Francis, it's going to be kind of like the Fabricio Verdun fight, too. He's going to be charging at him, and he's going to knock his ass out, but I don't even know. Okay. I can't call it like the Fabricio Verdun fight, but I just see Francis Ngannou maybe getting, overzealous. You know, now he's in the fucking main event of the pay-per-view fighting for the title. This is his time. It's kind of like the Cody Garbrandt thing. Even though Cody Garbrandt looked good in the first round and almost got the job done, but it's just like this is his moment. I do know if Francis Ngannou wins this fight, to the fucking moon, bro. He's going to be a star for at least a couple of years. Next is going to be Brock Lesnar, but, you know, it's just going to be crazy. Same with Cody Garbrandt. If he would have won that fight versus TJ Dillashaw, fucking to the moon. Next fight, fucking around and be Demetrius Johnson, and it wouldn't even matter because you ain't losing your belt. Then you might fuck around and go fight the Nate Diaz at 155. Cody Garbrandt could have turned into like Conor McGregor status if he would have got past TJ. But boom, right at the cusp, and you know, and this is even different because Cody Garbrandt's skill level was higher than Francis. We're just talking about like technical MMA skills. So it's a little different. He's probably a higher skilled. Oh, this is fucking crazy. I can't wait for the fights, bro. I can't wait for the fights. MMA from the Crypt said Francis is about to be humbled in the first round. I hear, hey, official prediction. Stamina MC said, yeah, he's kind of losing himself at the moment. He can do it, but will he? I don't like Stipe. All right, man. With that being said, though, it is what it is, you guys. Thanks for just chilling with me for this quick second. This is the chat spot, though, for both events. I'm going to be watching both of them, same fucking screen, while I'm trying to oh, shit, this just happened. Then I got to motherfucker put it on the flash drive and put it on the motherfucking other computer, laptop, and then get the fights back up because I'm going to be fucking busy as fuck tonight trying. Hey, but it is what it is. It's going to be fun. Let the full-time fan know what you think in the comments all motherfucking night in these comments. I'm out, dog. I got to motherfucking close this shit out. I ain't even got it pulled up, so I'm going to keep fucking doing this until I fucking stop the broadcast. I'm out, dog.